Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Gracious, good morning to you, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do, and you know why I do it. It is Friday morning. It is October 24th, and it is 3:14 in the a.m. Pardon me just a second. I'm rolling my ace bandage. I took it off. I put it on to be able to walk from my parking spot to my office in relative comfort. I wore some shoes yesterday that did not have ankle support, and I want to say that bad boy puffed right back up like one of those, what do they call them, boneless couches that they sell on TikTok. And they call it boneless because it comes really flat because they've placed it in a vacuum bag, and the thing has no wooden structure. It's basically a giant foam pillow, but it's really sturdy, so it can be a couch, but they call it a boneless couch. Anywho, yeah, I need to just rest my ankle. I really do. But as we all know, there's no rest for the wicked. I'm just kidding. I don't think of myself as wicked, but some people may consider me wicked when, I start busting out the truth. So that being said, just kind of a nice segue into what I'm going to talk about. And I'm going to try to talk about it without swearing. Now, I rarely swear when I'm recording. I may say hell, damn, or bull, pucky. But I'm thinking of the word that Kamala uses and was able to check herself mid M word, mid mother. Yeah, that this is the word that I'm thinking of. Okay, so just in your head, lock in. I'm gonna say I can't stand this kind of mother. I mean, I really hate the individual that embodies this type of action. Okay? Hey, KB, what do you think about blah, blah, blah? Let's see. I start talking because they know that's a hot topic for me, right? Whatever that blah, blah, blah is. And they know it, so they ask me my opinion on it. And one individual used to do this on a regular. Took me a minute to peep game because I am so passionate about certain things. And once I put it all together, I blasted this mother. Anywho, story goes. What do you think about such and such? I started talking about it. And in my talking, in my passion, it challenged their little thought process. And I say little, and I mean that in every demeaning kind of way, shape, and form I can put it in. It challenged their position. And then they immediately wanted to change the subject. And the way they did it was, well, anyway, mother, you started this conversation. Now, if you didn't want to hear what I had to say, you shouldn't have started the conversation. And the second point on this is, I'm not the spokesperson for all of Negrodom. And I said Negrodom with sarcasm. I don't speak for every black person. You asked me what I thought, I told you what I thought. Because it blew your little opinion out of the water, or your shallowness, or your superficiality, now all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it. or that requires you to do some action on your part, now all of a sudden you don't want to talk about it. That is a liberal. That is a liberal positioning. I'll talk about it so I feel important, but I don't want to be about it. I don't want to change any of my comforts. And that is, for me, I'm going to say for me, that is the worst type of individual. I'll write you a check just as long as I don't have to work. And I could say I contributed, but I didn't change anything about my positioning on it. I just wrote a check. For that individual, you can kiss my entire bada bing, bada boom. And that's the way I feel about it. It's like, no, sweetheart, no. Let me chin check you right now. And so, this particular individual, I've shared the story, but I want you to get it in its entirety because, I did receive a couple, 2-3 comments about petty. Oh, I can become America's most petty when it's something I'm passionate about and you just crapped all over. Don't ask me if you don't want to know. Bottom line. But this particular individual wants to pick brains about, again, all of Negrodom, the kingdom of Negro. And I'm using this word specifically because in their talking and in their foundation, where they were born, where their loyalties lie, their foundational information, those roots are Southern. I just need to say that. And I know the traditions and I want to say the essence of those roots. I thought you were born in New York. I was. But my people, meaning my parents, are from Virginia and Alabama, respectively. Okay, so I do know Southern isms. And this person believes this lie about the culture that shaped them. Just like you're willing to believe the lie about the histories that are being taught in our school systems. That is their foundation, and anything that rattles that perception and opinion rattles them. So, you want to know, but you don't want to know. You want to know so you can appear to be learned, but you don't want to know. You want to know so you can navigate, but you always revert back to what you really know and who you really are. That being said, they can't stay in their lane. They have to help the poor or the person that they see as less than, as opposed to, hey, I'm just helping. Or better yet, would you like some help? You just assuming you dive right in. Some people don't want to be helped. Some people want to wrestle with things till it blesses them. But you never bothered to ask because you want to tap into your perceived goodness by putting on that cape. So here's what you can do. Put on that cape and be a super ass. There you go.